refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse. Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Everybody, welcome back to another episode of BWT. I'm your host, Teddy, and today we will be going over some topics that have been brought up for the first 2 weeks of this baseball season. It's been a great 2 weeks. Glad it's back. I've been watching baseball nonstop. I hope you have too. There's been some fans that haven't been watching baseball the last couple years that I know, but now they call me every day. Yo, look at this, look at that. They're in the chats and the Instagram chats that we have. So make sure you click the link in the description to become a member of the Refuse to Lose Network. But before we get into the topics for the show, I want to make sure that you guys are liking this video, subscribing to my channel, and also subscribing to the Refuse to Lose Network. We have plenty of shows that cover all types of sports. We got CTC, Carl Talking College, gives you everything you need to know about college basketball and college football. RBO, Real Ballers Only with Vaughn. That is an NBA show where he covers everything NBA with the playoffs coming up next week. You want to tune in. We have In the Red Corner with Tony, Ty, and Tomo. Oh, Ricky. Sorry. And then we have FFC, Fantasy Football with Coach Coombs. That is a fantasy football show, but he also covers news in the NFL. So make sure you tune into that if you are an NFL fan. And the Dave's Doghouse, right? He just released an episode today showing you who are the dogs of the sports world and who were put in the doghouse. So make sure you tune into that. And also the main show, Refuse to Lose, the sports center of this network, covers all sports and gives you everything you need to know. So make sure you are tuning in to all of the shows. Click the link in the description to get to their page, subscribe, and you will be tuned into all news for all sports. Okay. So now we get into the first topic, right? Is it an overreaction or are we just thinking right? All right, so the first topic, Roman Anthony's arm. Is it an overreaction to how the media and people are reacting to it, or is it exactly what it deserves? To me, I think it is exactly what it deserves. It's not an overreaction. I think that Roman Anthony's arm this season has shown to be really, really bad. There's been 3 plays at the plate, line drives, hit to left field, where he just throws it completely off line or just an absolutely terrible throw, like the one on his bobblehead night, game on the line, and he threw the ball probably 40 feet, and it was an absolute terrible throw, causing the Brewers to end up winning that game after taking the lead on that throw that brought in 2 runs, one because of the error. So I think right now it could be a combination of his footwork or confidence, right? Because we really haven't seen him wow us with his arm as much as he's wowed us with his bat. And for him to be such a can't miss prospect, a face of the franchise type guy, I think that he has to be playing both sides of the ball at an extremely high level. You can't have a face of the franchise guy be just a DH, right? And then Red Sox fans will say, oh, but we had David Ortiz. You can't compare Roman Anthony to David Ortiz. It's just not the same thing at all, and it never will be. David Ortiz, he could play first base when he needed to, because back then there was the DH. There wasn't the pitchers were hitting back in the day. So when the Red Sox went over to play in the National League, he ended up hitting, but he was a DH full time, right? And I think a 21-year-old to be brought in and be a face of the franchise type guy, he can't be a DH. He just can't be a DH. So he needs to clean it up. The Red Sox are playing okay baseball right now. I started off really bad, but they're picking it up, winning their last couple series, and their offense looks like it's clicking as of late. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Is it an overreaction or just right? And this one might shock a couple people, but I think the Pirates and the Marlins will be playoff teams. Don't hold me accountable for my preseason predictions, right? Because these teams came out the gate crazy, and I really like the way they're playing. The Pirates right now are first in the NL Central, 9-6. Their pitching looks lights out. Even when Skeens was on his rough patch of not Paul Skeens like pitching, they were able to 1 through 5 or 2 through 5 pitch really well, and their offense looks really good. They need to figure out what they're going to do with O'Neal Cruz. That's going to be a story all year long defensively on center field. Just doesn't look like he's got it yet, but he's going to continue to work at it, and I think he will get that position down, but right now it's shaky. And then the calling up of Connor Griffin, kid's a stud. He goes out his first day, gets an RBI double. Still waiting for that first home run from him. Yesterday he got his first stolen base. The kid is fun to watch, especially on the defensive side of the ball. With his frame at 6'3", I believe he is, being able to cover ground the way he does, and a very good throwing arm. Like Paul Skeens said, he's going to be the face of the franchise in Pittsburgh for quite some time, and that in itself is a topic for another show. And then with the Marlins, I just really like the scrappiness of this team. I think they're going to make the playoffs because their pitching is good enough to withstand 2-3 runs that they allow, because their offense is putting up 4 or 5. They're a very, very scrappy group. They kind of remind me of the Cleveland Guardians, in a sense. They have that one guy, but then everybody else is just like a perfect fit in the puzzle, you know? So watch out for those two teams, the Pirates and the Marlins, to be in the playoffs. And remember, you don't have to win the division to get into the playoffs. There's 3 wildcard teams. Why can't they be one? And when I'm right, come back to this clip. All right, on to the next topic. We are going to talk about the Washington Nationals, right? And I have a guest coming on with me, a fan that, like I said before, was not as much as a fan as he is now, but he's constantly in the chats now, calling me, reacting about everything good and bad that his team does. So without any more words, let's bring on the guest.
What it do, Teddy? What it do, man?
What up, my guy? How we doing?
Hey, man, I'm happy to be here. First episode on BWT. So
Yep.
on that,
Yep.
ready to go.
First time, man. First time. You've been on all the episodes on every other show, right? But now you're here.
Let's get it. Say the best for last.
Like some people might say, it's about damn time. All right, man.
Yeah.
So let's hear it. How do you feel about your Washington Nationals as of April 12th?
I know it's early. Especially in baseball. Now, this was an NFL season. It's looking pretty okay, but season almost over. But we 7-8 right now. I know it's early, but just from what I've seen so far, it's been exciting watching the Nationals, because they got one of the best offenses in the league right now. You look at the number. You look at the numbers right now. The Nationals are 3rd in batting average, 5th in home runs, 3rd in runs, 3rd in hits with 132 hits, and 6th in stolen bases. So the offense is exciting, Teddy. So like whenever we're playing and we're down, I have confidence that when we're at bat, that we can make some noise, and get some runs. And you look at some of the players that's having a good year so far. James Wood, you remember I was in the chat. I'm like, man, his first 9 at bats, he got like 8 strikeouts. He was just terrible in the beginning of the season. As we still in the beginning of the season, he was terrible in the very, very beginning. But right now he's 9th in home runs, 7 in RBI, 6 in 2 base hits, and 2nd in runs. So he's picked it up. I think he's the only player in baseball that hit 114 plus mile balls this season. I think he's the only one done that twice. So when he's hitting the baseball, most likely it's gonna go over that fence, Teddy. CJ Abrams, he's doing good too. 9th in home runs, 3rd in RBIs. When he's out bat, you could if somebody else is out there on bases and he comes out bat, you could just bang it as an RBI. He's an RBI king right now on our team with 16. You got Nunez still in bases. Whenever when we got situations where we need a runner, we put Nunez in there. He's doing a great job. He's 2nd in stolen bases in the league right now. So we got 3 players with batting average over 300 and that play at least 10 plus games. And we also got 7 players with double-digit hits. So the offense is exciting, but Teddy, it's not the offense I'm worried about, man. It's the pitching. The pitching, man, is not good, man. The defense is not good. I don't know if you know this. Did you know that we're 27th in errors? 27th. When you asked me to do the show, we were 29th then. So we got better. We got better. We were 29th then.
Hey, that's all you can ask for, right?
We grew. So thank you for asking me to do the show 2 days later. So we're 27 in average. We are 29th in earned runs average. So bro, per game, we are averaging 5.5 runs allowed per game. That is not good.
Just serving up meatballs.
Dog, we got 2 saves for the whole year, and 1 happened today. So we're 26 in that, right? Opponents batting average, we're 27th. We're 27th.
What is it?
0.253. So it's not. I thought it'd be worse than that, but it actually was 27 something before you called me. But now we got a little better after this last game.
It's 1-4. That's 1-4.
1-4, yeah, okay, yeah, basically, yeah, 1-4.
One time through the lineup, 2 people getting a hit. It's
okay, I guess. Yeah. Oh, it's bad. Which one is that? You tell me.
It's all right.
It's all right. It's still early.
It depends. It depends how you're getting them out.
That's true. So that's that. But the pitcher, man, I feel like we got 2 starters that are decent, that are doing a good job. You got Foster Griffin. He pitched 15 innings so far. Only got 3 earned runs. That's it. Mm-hmm. You got Kay Cavalli. He got 14 innings pitch, 4 earned runs. And then we go to Zach Lytle. I think it's Little or Lytle. Littell. I can't tell. 15 innings pitch. He got 7 earned runs. And then Jake Irvin, 14 innings pitch, 11 earned runs. And the last guy.
Your boy.
Miles. I call him now. Miles Nicholas. 12 innings pitch, Teddy. 17 earned runs. 11 against the Dodgers alone, bro. So, and then the bullpen, I didn't want to get to that. We had 2 games that the bullpen just killed us. So I feel like if the pitching is better, if the pitching was just average, I feel like you could just put us in the playoffs for real if we keep up the offensive pace, obviously, early in the season. The pitching has been killing us. I know I heard you in your first topic, you talked about the Pirates. Mm-hmm. We actually got them next, and that's gonna be a tough test for us with their pitching. They have elite pitching over there, mm-hmm. And I feel like our batting over here is really good. So 2 teams we played so far are in the top 10 in pitching. So so the Cubs and the Dodgers. So and both teams we put up double-digit runs against both teams. So I'm excited about what I see so far. I think so far, 15 games in, only 15 games in, people already see us as okay, I didn't expect them to be like this with the tough opponents we had so far. So I'm just looking forward to the rest of the season, man. I'm locked and loaded.
Do you have any crazy predictions?
Predictions? I don't know if it's crazy now, but I would say, because we are in this range right now, but finishing top five, I'd say we was finishing top 5 on the offensive side of the ball. I would say we'll finish top 5 in runs and hits. I would say that. I don't know if that's crazy, but we'll finish top 5. But as far as other than that, I don't know, Teddy, because the pitching is not good. I mean, we're 7-8, bro. We got a losing record. like this could be an anomaly on the offensive side of the ball. You got Joey Weimer batting over 400. The man had 11 straight at bats without an out. 11 straight. He got on base 11 straight times. I think he broke a record for the first time since 1950 something. I think it was something crazy I saw. I was like, dang. And he's not even a consistent starter on the team. He didn't play today. So it's this could be me being a new fan, obviously watching it for the first time, being locked in. This looked like it's let's see how long this could last. This could be one of those stories where early on they look nice and then they just fade off and they go back to reality. So that's why I want to make no predictions yet. I gotta see how things play out. Now when we do the mid season, the first half, I got you then.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, I haven't tuned in to many Nationals games. Don't know why.
You be
But
getting the gist of it though, because I be letting y'all know. I be getting y'all play-by-plays in the chat.
yeah, but no. From what I've heard, like you said, they're like this team is young. They got a young core. I really like Dylan Lyle and Brady House. Those two are 5-tool players. They play both sides of the ball very well. They're going to be two players that I think are going to be a household name in Washington for quite some time. I'm really interested in Dylan Cruz if he's ever going to get called back up.
Yeah.
He had a terrible spring training. Terrible. Like number 2 pick just 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Back in AAA. It's just and James Wood, man, I've always liked him. He's a star. Let's just see if he can continue it, because last year he got off to a great start as well. Did the home run derby and then went downhill. So maybe this year he doesn't do the derby and he continues to play well throughout the season.
You did say that home run derby thing is real. You said that. So.
It is. It is. The only guys it didn't affect were Kyle Raleigh and Judge.
Shout out to Judge. And Kyle
Raleigh, though. We'll talk about him later. But yeah, man. I feel like the team is gonna be fun to watch. The pitching is definitely going to be the downfall. So offense can't have a bad night, because if it does, it can get ugly quick unless the starters are just throwing a gem. But for the likelihood of that happening with the pitches that you got, not too likely.
I do want to say shout out to the Nats though for getting the first sweep of the year against the Brewers. I think that was a big win, right?
That was big. That was big. The bullpen actually stepped up in that series.
They did.
They pitched really well. For the Brewers are a high-powered offense, so for you guys to bounce back against them, it's signs of hope.
Yeah. I do. I mean, no, for real. I do gotta give it up because like the late innings runs has been like big in this series. I know in the second game, I think I put in the chat, we got 3 straight runs in the 9th inning of bunts. Like literally 3 straight. That was crazy. But we ended up with 4 straight runs though, because James Wood hit a base hit. And then today we were down 1. We go into the 7th and we get 3 runs in the 7th, and then they come back and get a 3-run. No, we got 4 runs in the 7th. We go up by 2. We go by 3, and then they get a 3-run homer. Bullpen almost killed us, man. Like we put in our starting pitcher sat down. We put in the other guy, and he got hurt. We put in another guy. Got walked first base. Got walked second base. Homer. And I'm like, dang. And they got 2 outs. Like, we just need 1 out, bro.
That's the worst.
And then we come back in the next inning, the 8th inning, and got 2 runs. So the offense has been like, it's kind of like you can count on the offense. Like you said, it comes down to the bullpen. Like today, we try to save the bullpen. Like we had our first starting pitcher to go 6 innings today. So that was the first time we had that today. So that might need to happen more often to save the bullpen. But yeah, man, I'm excited to watch more baseball. Not just my team, but I've been trying to keep tabs with everybody what's going on. I saw what's going on with y'all. I know you're going to talk about y'all. Other teams in the chat. Just trying to be so when we talk, I can have a conversation at least with y'all.
Yep, definitely been fun, man. Joe, I appreciate you coming on, man. You got any last words for the people?
Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe to BWT. Baseball with Teddy, the number one baseball show in the world. And Teddy, y'all pitching is way better. I know. I can't believe I had that conversation with you. What the world? Yo, I can't believe it. Shout out to y'all, man. But shout out to baseball, period, man. Baseball is a very exciting game to watch. Teddy always tells me that baseball is the best sport in the world. And watching the WBC and carrying on to the MLB season, it's been very exciting to watch. I've been watching every Nats game. I watch some other games, but I watch the 45-minute recap every single day, so to see what's going on in the rest of the league. But yeah, man, it's very exciting to watch. I'm looking forward to see the rest of the 100 and some odd games.
Oh yeah,
the season.
We'll be tuned in, and of course, I will be having you back on around the All-Star break to see how you're feeling. But till then,
hopefully I'm excited.
Hopefully not.
Oh, dang.
No, I was just playing. But yeah, man, again, appreciate you for coming on, man.
Yes, sir. Peace out.
Go Yankees.
All right, peace out. Enjoy the rest of your show, man. I'll be back. I'll be watching.
All right, appreciate it. And now we get into the next topic. We're going to talk about my team, the New York Yankees. Started off best team in baseball. The pitching couldn't do any wrong. The offense was doing just enough. Then the questions started happening. Can they win like this throughout the season? We had games where Aaron Judge was going over with 4 strikeouts, and the offense was putting up 7 runs. And then we have stretches where we go 20 innings putting up 2 runs, only getting 3 hits against the Las Vegas or Sacramento Athletics. We don't even know what to call them. And they're out here having Jeffrey Springs throw a freaking one-hitter. That was really hard to watch. I didn't think it could get worse. And then we go to Tampa Bay. The offense still struggles. I don't know what the hell Jazz Chisholm was doing on that play. I don't know what he was doing on the play before where he doesn't cover first base on a bunt. Clueless. The guy's clueless. He literally goes into the locker room after making a game-losing error and says that he didn't understand the rule. Shout out to Trent Grisham for actually understanding baseball and knowing the rules of baseball, because he cut him off during his interview and said, no, the runners still would have scored. And he said, oh, well, whatever I was thinking wasn't going to work anyways. That's just embarrassing. That is an embarrassing thing to see your starting second baseman say. You're not here mentally, bro. You're not checked in. You're not locked in, right? I always tell the kids that I coach, I'm okay with physical errors because they're going to happen, but mental errors cannot happen. You're somewhere else. You're not here on the field. And in that situation, I don't know where Jazz was, but he wasn't in Tampa trying to make that play because it's just really tough to watch. And then today, thought we had hope. We go into the 9th. Judge hits a 2-run bomb for his 4th one of the season. We still lose. I don't get it. Currently 8-7. And it feels like the end of the world. We are on a 5-game losing streak. Thought it was going to be stopped by the stopper Max Fried, because that's what he's known for doing. Then we lose that game. Then we go to the next day. We got Cam Schlittler, who's been lights out. We lose that game. As a Yankee fan, I know the ups and downs of this offense, and the downs can be historical. So I'm just ready to get out of that, because watching the Yankees play good baseball is good for my health. It's good for my sanity, and it's good for baseball. So Yankees, if you're watching this, figure it out. Because Yankee Nation is tired of watching what we've seen the last 5 games of the season. Really hope they turn around. I know they will. There's been some talks about Boone not being worried about the entire offense. I think there's some holes in the offense. Ryan McMahon, Jose Caballero, he had a great game last night, but other than that, he really hasn't produced offensively. Ahmed Rosario saved us one game where he was put in to the lineup to start against a right-hander where he's just a platoon guy, and then he goes out there and hits 2 clutch home runs. So the season, baseball is unexpected, and I'm ready for this offense to get rolling. I'm ready for Judge to start smacking the balls out of the park on a consistent basis. And I want Giancarlo Stanton to stay healthy throughout the year. I really do. I really do. I want to see what he can do in a full season. He's close to 500 home runs for his career. I want to see him get to that, at least. Trent Grisham, better figure it out offensively, buddy. Because we got a guy, Jason Dominguez, who is absolutely tearing the cover off the baseball in AAA. Yeah, his defense isn't your nonchalant defense where you look cool with your freaking mustache and your glasses, dude. I want to see that. Okay? I want to see a guy going out there and producing offensively. Hitting in front of Aaron Judge is not easy, but we need to get you on base on a consistent basis with hits, not just walks. All right? So Trent Grisham, figure it out. Now we go to the last topic of the show. A very interesting topic that I've been paying attention to. There's been certain World Baseball Classic participants that have been struggling in the start of the MLB season. Ronald Acuna Jr. is one of them. Fernando Tatis Jr. still hasn't hit a home run. He is one of them. Cal Raleigh, he's got 2 home runs so far, but other than that, he looks bad. His teammate, Julio Rodriguez, not doing well either. Byron Buxton, he had one of the worst WBCs other than Cal Raleigh. But they both had no hits and a lot of strikeouts. and they're both struggling right now. Vinny Pasquantino, he's also struggling. Jared Duran, he's turning it around. He had a good offensive weekend. Yohan Moncada, he is not what we thought he was going to be or what he was during the WBC. And then Juan Soto, he got off to a good start, but then he got hurt. And Jackson Chourio also hurt. And it makes me think, I'm not saying that the WBC is bad, because nothing about the WBC is bad, right? The only thing that I'm going to say about this is there's a certain vibe that you have to create with your teammates and in the clubhouse and the locker room and all of that, right? And for the WBC, you have to disconnect from that vibe and then connect with another vibe, right? Like the Dominican team had guys from the Blue Jays, the Mets, the Braves, everywhere around the league, right? But they didn't care about that clubhouse. They cared about the Dominican clubhouse. And the same can go with the USA team, all the teams that participated in the WBC, right? And that takes that time away from gelling with your MLB team, even though it's just spring training. But that's when you start creating that brotherhood. You start creating that comfortability in your ground. When you're taking ground balls, your first baseman, you know he's going to be there. Your first baseman, you know what type of throw you're getting from certain infielders on certain plays. If you're an infielder, you are picking up how your outfielders are throwing, how strong their arm are, how much you have to get out there on cuts, stuff like that. And that might be playing into effect with these guys, just getting into the flow of things with their clubhouse and their team. I think they're going to be fine. The only player that I think is going to have a bad season on that list is Kyle Raleigh. And it's not because I'm a hater. I just think that last year was something that we've never seen before, and it's very hard to duplicate and very hard to come back from. And from what we've seen so far, it's going to be a long season for the people out in Seattle. And his name, his ugly nickname, the Big Dumper, it's an ugly nickname. Like, maybe I am a hater. Maybe I am. Oh, well. Whatever. It's my show. I do what I want. But I appreciate you guys for tuning in to the show tonight. Make sure that you guys are tuning in to all the other shows in the network. Make sure you guys are clicking the link in the description to become a member of the Refuse to Lose Network. Also subscribe to this show so you don't miss out on any other episodes that I will be dropping throughout the MLB season. Go Yankees, man. Go Yankees.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.